Hey everyone, what a great pleasure to be with you. Thank you for joining us as ProBeta Training. This is the relaunch of our CPD reporting platform to cater for SAICA and IRBA members. We have two buttons at the top. One is to register if you are a new user, or you can proceed to log in. By clicking on the login button, you'll furnish your South African ID or password number. If non-South African, click on the login button. The next screen is the breakdown of your annual reports. You'll click on Add New Report to kick things off. Select the year for which you are planning your CPD activities. You'll then furnish your details to do with your role and your management level, the number of years that you have been in a particular position, the typical duties you do as part of your day job, what it is that you are looking to work on in the year that will come. At the bottom, you will then be able to select future roles. So where it is you plan to move into, different industries, different functions within your firm. Aside from that, you can plan for the long term. What would you like to do maybe beyond the next 12 months? You'll click Add Your Plan button at the bottom. You are then ready to populate your topics. So click on Create or Update Plan. You'll see on the left-hand side, we've got our competency areas. We have our topics that are suggested for you within each of these respective ones. So you've got professional values and attitudes, professional acumens, and technical. Let's click on technical competencies. Then we'll proceed to click on the Add New Category. We have our topics that are umbrellaed under all different types of categories. And so we will choose IFRS, click on Save and Proceed. You'll then be presented with a whole host of topics to then choose from within the category and competency area that you have selected. I'll choose one. What was the reason you selected this topic? This is code for performing a self-assessment. Why did you select this topic? Why did you choose it for further development? You'll select a reason that is appropriate. So click on Save and Proceed. The next screen that you will be presented with is a summary of what you've just done. So you've navigated your way by and large through the planning phase. You'll then click on the plan of action. So you've identified the topic. You've given a reason as to why you think you need to work on it. Now, what are you going to do to action it to improve your competence? And so we can choose one of the available options. Once you've made that selection, you'll then be able to click on the Save button. After this, you'll log out of the platform. You'll attend that training course, or you'll do the online reading, or if you need to get on-the-job exposure to work on that topic, whatever is your plan of action, you'll proceed to do that. You'll then return to the platform. You'll carry on with the completion process by returning to your topic. So in this case, competency areas, within that, the category called IFRS, and the topics, namely IS40. And so we'll click on Edit to carry on. Once we've actioned our topic by carrying out the plan that we had put forth, you'll then proceed to complete the action phase. Have you completed your activity? Yes or no? Once you have completed it, what you're then to do is, if you have completed a course, for example, a webinar, attended a conference, some kind of seminar, online training, a virtual training, something like that, then you are prompted here in the red text to click on the Save button and then to proceed to the Record or Manage Attended Courses button. When you click on that button, it allows you to go and populate the information about the course that you physically attended. If your plan was to address your topic's competence deficiency by attending a course or webinar, some kind of online session or in-person session, you can then populate the details to do with that course that you've attended. You'll click on the Add Course Details. You'll provide the relevant information. What was the name of the session that you had attended? An IS40 session, as an example. What was the date? What's the score that you got if you did a post-assessment? And how many hours did you rack up? You'll click Save and Return. And this is the screen that allows you to populate your attendance of actual courses. If you attended a course through ProBeta or through Akanani, it will automatically pull through onto your final CPD report. You won't have to manually record it like we've just done. This is typically useful for when you attend an external training provider's training session. So let's complete the topic that we have selected. So as you'll see, there is a status giving you the indication in terms of how far into the completion process you are of your given topic that you are looking to reflect on. We'll click on Edit to see things through. Planning at the top. This is the topic. This is the reason I've chosen it. So this is my self-assessment reason, or the performance of my self-assessment. I was going to attend or use an online learning platform. Did I action it? So did I carry out this plan? Yes. And now it's time to reflect. You've got 3 questions. Did my learning needs get addressed? Did I improve? Did my competence go up? Did I maybe do a post-assessment and my score was satisfactorily high? And so you'll have to provide a reason for each of these. Did you apply your learning in the workplace? Because of course, we don't just learn for the sake of learning or ticking boxes or racking up hours, but we want to see the throughput to our day job. We go and study or learn about things to improve our work product in terms of our day-to-day work activities. Final question, did you learn about any other topics through the learning of our topic that we had selected in this case? So for example, IS40. And if that's the case, you specify yes or no. If no, you still need to provide a reason. You can say non-applicable. You'll then click on save. And what you'll note then for this particular topic is that the status is completed. Now you'll proceed to complete all of the topics in a given year. And once you have documented all of your topics, all three phases, planning, action, and reflection, you can then print out a CPD report by clicking on the button called Request CPD Report. This is a screen that displays. You'll then be able to click on File, select Print, and then choose the Printer Microsoft Printer PDF, and then you can print it out and store it on your computer. The other thing to be mindful of in terms of the platform is to be able to do an ethics self-reflection. So if you are a SAICA member, you are required on an annual basis to reflect on your ethics competence in terms of 3 competency areas or ethics areas or categories, being business, personal, and professional ethics. And how we are facilitating it is in the form of a questionnaire. So you'll click on the dropdown, you'll be able to see the available questionnaires. You'll click on a given questionnaire, and then you can click on Start New Questionnaire. All the questions are going to be related to that category. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. There's several questions. You'll put in an answer in the input box, and then you'll hit save. Then we're going to scroll down all the way to the bottom. And what I want to show you at the bottom is where we have the competency. So from right in terms of this particular category of ethics, what we have here is the competencies. And it's a question to ask you if you have achieved that competency. Then you move to the next question, and then here's the next competency, and so on and so forth. And then return to our self-reflection plan, and then you'll see business ethics is added. Gives you a status to say that it's incomplete. If you want to go in and carry on, maybe on another day, you click edit and you'll be able to continue. Now, there is one for business and personal and professional, and it covers the SAICA questions and it covers the competencies. Then we've got open reflection. Now, open reflection is slightly different. This is an optional one. The other 3 are not optional because SAICA specifically says you must reflect on those. This is where there is some kind of event that triggers an opportunity to reflect. Maybe you're experiencing a personal ethical dilemma. Maybe you attended some training and that's made you think about ethics. You can go and reflect on that. So you can document your thoughts, in other words. Last thing for me to show you is printing an ethics self-reflection report. So I'm going to click on that to generate a report. So note 2 reports, one for the topics that you do the 3 phases on, and then a second report for just your ethics self-reflection that SAICA requires. Your particulars at the top, beneath the respective categories relative to the questionnaires you've added. And then in a similar fashion, you click on File and Print, and that will see you through.